Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, April 18th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. Netflix earnings came out. The initial response was boom, the rip below the day's low, then back up. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I haven't looked. But for the most part, we're just shopping inside where we traded the last 2 hours. Kind of a replay from yesterday late in the day when the market finally found the level to play in and get their POC and volume POC. Same thing today, although not as wide a POC, 6 wide. We attempted to go trend up, failed. NQ finally filled that large gap. We'll go over that in a minute because they cost me on the first try, but made up for it on the second try. ES did get into theirs, but it is still, again, it's huge. So you're not going to fill it without a trend day down, okay, or multiple days into it, I should say. We end up with only the day's high and low as M period took back our afternoon rally high in J. NQ held J's high, so they have an afternoon rally high and a day's high and low. And righty ends up with just the day's high and the day's low. We are down on the daily still. Nothing has changed. Volume lighter again. So again, it's the same theme. Bears are in control. However, the volume is not picking up on these moves down. So at some point, we're going to see if some of these shorts get hurt. Had an okay day today. Actually lost on my first 2 trades of the day. I took a long in NQ. Was it NQ? Yes. Took a long in NQ against the overnight low. I thought we would front run it. I bought at 929 and change. I bought it. I forgot where I bought it. I thought maybe we'd front run it. They got it right away. Lost 6 points on it. It was a one lot. I thought it was a good risk reward trade to take because a lot of times we do front run them. Then in A period, I took a short in NQ on the ebb and flow, but it caught me. It caught me on going for the gap. I thought they were going to get it. We got down to 62, 50. We got down to, I think, 62. We had 10 points to go. It was a 500-point gap. It rallied to 73. I took a 1 lot. Rallied to 84. Took a 3 lot. And then got out of it because it went higher. I was like, you got to be kidding me that they didn't go down and get it. So early, I didn't get killed on that, but I was down. So early in the day, I was down in NQ on those 2. Then in B period, when NQ took out A's high, started looking. I'm sorry, they didn't take out A's high. When it pulled back though, it was the ebb and flow started going to the upside. Okay, and so I started longing it, and again in C period. When C period did take out the day's high, I got that one. So it was getting good tempo and volume in C period. So the ebb and flow trade was working. I did take a quick short against the overnight. Where was that? Overnight halfback in C, which worked. It pulled back. So I made money on the long and short side in NQ and C. D period. I did not trade ES today. D period was longing it against the ebb and flow because we were holding single prints at that time. F period. I took the long when they came down and filled the single prints. Made money on that the first time as it got somewhat of a responsive bounce. Now I got fortunate in G. I was like, I'm not taking that long anymore. We got below the 144, below the opening. I said, I'm going to wait, and if we get down to half back, I'll take a long. Well, it did get down to half back, and I bought 4 of them. And it automatically got a... Now, this isn't where half back was. I forget exactly where it was, but it got an automatic response right off of it. And I made about 12 points on each of them. So I made actually 13 points, I think, on each. I made about 52 points on that trade. But then again, it came back to wherever half back was at the time. I forget where it was at the time. And I should start writing down these prices. And I said, I'm not doing that again. And then in H period, I finally got my revenge. I took the short to go. It looked like it was building energy, and took the short before it took out A's low to go get the gap finally. So after a rough start in A period, did okay. A lot of singles and doubles. My best trade was that long, believe it or not, because I had a 4 lot that paid me 52 points total. Other than that, I was playing 1s and 2s most of the day. And that's what I try to do. And the one trade I could, late in the day, I could have taken J period, had a response. We could have shorted L period against J's high. It backed off of that pretty good. But it was more just rotational, and I just wasn't feeling it. So we'll see now. ES is trading inside where they ended all their volume and everything. NQ is right at the lows. I'm not sure where. When I get to the chart, I'll look to see where Netflix is trading. But as far as destinations go, our upside today in SPY is 504.13, and then the downside is 498.56, and filling the gap at 497.37. So they keep getting into their gap, SPY. They only have $1.19 left. That was almost a $6 gap. ES is low as 38.50. The gap again doesn't get filled to 98.58. It's 46 handles, $4.60. And then our high for today is 95.25. We never got the afternoon rally high from yesterday. Never. Now, why didn't I short that up here today? Because we had a pretty strong set of single prints, and value was actually pulled up to overlap into higher at that point. I'm sorry. I think it was pulled to unchanged, not overlapping a high. I don't think we ever got there. So, again, that's the reason I didn't do it. But obviously, they took that all back. And then on the chart, excuse me, talking all day for 6.5 hours is a lot. But I enjoy doing it. I have a passion for it, and that's why I try to get you guys and gals to sign up. I'm running an $80 special for 3 months, $225 for the year, payable through Venmo or PayPal. I don't know why. Give it a try, man. Give it a try. I think you'll like what we provide in this trading room. And don't forget, I'm live streaming that market profile for free, which alone costs me over $400 a month. Okay. Look at the daily chart. Why are we only looking at the daily? Because nothing could change in the monthly or weekly until the daily changes, right? We're one time framing down now, 5 days. That's the bad news for bulls. The good news for bulls, the volume's been decreasing, right? We did 2 days in the 90s, which still wasn't great, even on that huge day on Monday. I wanted to see 150 million. So we only did in the 90s there. In the last 3 days, we've done 2 in the 70s, and right now we're at 68. It should go into it's at 72 now, so it's going to be a little over average. And if you want, real quick, let's look at Netflix. So Netflix closed at 611.15. They're trading at 589.95. So they're down $20. The implied move was $50. So far, not that big a move. They're stuck between the 20 and the 50-day moving average. And one other thing, if SPY closed below 500, which it did, that's the first time SPY has closed below 500 since February 21st, the next day when we had the huge gap higher. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.